Hey everyone, Helena here, and this may be a longer than 2 minute shiny shove. So if you haven't got 2 minutes right now, or rather if you've only got 2 minutes right now, I would really suggest that you come back because so this is going to be a very personal one. It will have a little tiny nudge for you that you, I'm sure, can take out in the world, or at least into yourself, then out in the world, which of course is the whole point of doing this shiny shove for you, which is just making your world a better place to live in and be in. So the sharing that kind of comes with this learning is sometimes you have to actually realize what category or label you're putting yourself into before, in order to get the freedom that you actually want. So let me explain to you what I mean and how that showed up as a personal experience for me this weekend. And so, because actually sometimes we need a box, and I'm a big fan of this, sometimes we need a box that we need to put ourselves in that then allows us to know what the boundaries are so that we can step out of the box and back into the box and use elements of the box in order to actually describe what we do. So, most of you know that I'm a coach, and I usually go by the moniker of personal progress coach because I like to work with the personal, I like to work with progress, I like to marry the two together and actually make sure that it's you that's making the progress through what you know about you as well as what you know. So what I hadn't put together, and in that beautiful way that sometimes the way in which we procrastinate can be an indicator of what we next need to learn as well, in the beautiful way that I have, I'm happily work married to two absolutely fantastic women and have done collaborations with people before. But these two relationships that I'm in at the moment, one working with Speaker Insight, where we work with speakers, authors and coaches to build a business on their terms. One which I do with a lady called Kelly Tyler, and it's absolutely phenomenal and amazing what we are actually putting in terms of the foundations that we put behind the business of speakers, authors and coaches, because most of them actually focus on the outward. What are they delivering? What's the message that goes on out there? And we know that putting the foundations in the business is what's going to make them skyrocket and actually allow them to share what they know out in the world. Now, the second collaboration I have is with a lady called Liz Walker, where under the banner of Facilitating Brilliance, we look at unlocking your brilliance through some retreats and workshops and kind of memberships, but for the holistics in the world. So for the helpers, the healers, the holistic therapists, people who bring amazingness to the world through their gift of healing, but who again may not actually have the business elements down as much as they could do. So those are two collaborations that I do because I like to have fun, make money, create an impact in some way. And so actually doing it together with somebody makes a big difference to me. Now, here's the kicker. For a long time, I have been hiding. For a long time, I've actually been in hiding, if you like, from, sort of just always claiming to be the support person that's kind of at the back of somebody else's success. And I think that's partly because I haven't actually been able to find my box and identify what that is. Now, I've been a coach since, oh God, probably 95, 96, something along those lines. I did my training way back then. Hello, whoever you are. And actually what I realized was that the category that I like to put a shape around things. I like to structure things so that I know how to break the rules and actually make that into my own thing. And that's what I do with people all of the time. I help them understand what box they're in and then actually go out there and break the rules and do things beautifully as them, and succeed as you is one of my all-time favorite monikers. So what's interesting about that is that in that whole physician heal thyself, you kind of can't see the wood for the trees when it comes to yourself. I can see the wood for the trees for everybody else, but not for me. My coach on Friday completely and utterly gave me the box that I've been playing in without me knowing it for the longest time. And so what's interesting about that is that he said, well, you're a high performance coach. And I sat with it and it's like, I beg your pardon. I don't understand that. But of course, that's exactly what I am. And in my head, the category, the label of that was something completely unattainable because I don't work with athletes. I don't work with sports in any way. I certainly don't actually work with people who are elite. I work with those who are wanting to become elite, but I don't work with them at that level. So in my head, I've never been a high performance coach. And then I did a whole bunch of procrastinating over the weekend. And that procrastinating actually looked like me going back through all of my papers. I'm making some scrapbooks at the moment. I love that creative kind of feel of what's actually going on. And I've taken all of the tickets, all of the all of the notes, the thank you cards, the whatever else is that are around, and I'm actually putting them into year order and just looking at them and reviewing them because, hey, I had the house all to myself. The two things combined have made for the biggest aha that I've actually had for a very, very long time, because of course I'm a high performance coach. Succeed as You has been the moniker that's run through everything for all of my life pretty much. And helping people get the best out of themselves is exactly what I do. And if that isn't high performance coaching, I don't know what is. It's helping people understand and be considerate of who they be so that they can move into their next level, so that they can start anew, so that they can trust themselves in that way. And so I sit here before you with this beautiful newfound revelation that apparently is a steadiness that I've had for over 30 years, because as I went through my historical documents, my thank you cards, yes, I am a little bit of a hoarder, I'll put my hand up to that one, and but I'm also a fan of people keeping the things that actually are a reminder of what makes them so special. And so, does what it says on the tin. I have actually got some of those things, and they are the things that I look at. But this time I was looking at it with completely new eyes. Not that I realised that, it wasn't conscious. I was looking at it from that perspective of, well, who am I showing up as? So whilst I've been doing that thing of hiding behind the scenes, in hiding behind the scenes, I've always been the person that people label fun, creative, supportive, listening. The thank yous that come in have all been about, you helped me make the next move. You allowed me the space so I can trust myself. You supported me in taking the next step, in going for that promotion, in seeing my strengths. And as the weekend kind of wore on, and as I went year by year by year, sort of, 84 onwards kind of thing, I sat there and just thought, oh my goodness, he's right. My coach is right. That's what I do. I'm a high performance coach, not in the sense of, people who are at the elite of their game, but I'm actually how do I help people take the essential them and make it even more, even better in some way. So all this to say that the labels that we put on ourselves, the category that we put ourselves in, can sometimes be the thing that frees us up to do even more in the world, because it allows us to understand or it allows us a shortcut that other people can actually understand. And sometimes we need to embrace that before we can actually go out and continue doing what we've always been doing, but with a knowingness that wasn't there before. So the shiny shove for you this morning, because of course there's always a teach, even though I've been, well, self-indulgent maybe, or just explaining a concept even more fully. The shiny shove for you, the way that you can make this even better for you, is to go, okay, what are the categories that I go by? What are the labels that are put on what I do? Hey, Julia, oh my gosh, you need to so listen to this from the very beginning, because, yeah, you'll get it when you do, mainly because you've known me for so long. So the shiny shove for you is actually to think about what are the labels that people put on you, what are the labels that you have studied for, what are the categories of expression that you actually do out in the world, and really truly step into that and go, that's what I've been going for, and then use that to actually step out of the box. Because of course, when you know the shape of something, you can change the shape of something. And that's my invitation to you in this shiny shove. So many blessings. I am not sad about taking the time to actually express all of this. And I know it's a slightly longer on a Monday shiny shove. And have a wonderful, amazing, beautiful day. I'm about to. Many blessings. I'll catch you tomorrow.